Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you with a game between Happy and Roxas Fraer. Game 2 in a series. We'll see what's going to go down between these two players as Fraer spawns on the bottom left hand side of the map as the green Protoss. Happy spawning on the top right hand side of the map as the red Terran. Terran versus Protoss. Here on Shakura's Plateau, this is going to be full cross spawns, and we'll see how these players react and respawn. Both of these players should be able to get up an expansion pretty easily. Expansions very easy to take on a map like this when you have a ramp that is so close to the mining side. Players and just units in general can park their units right here, and then they can either cover the front and they can also defend the back as well if there is some sort of drop play. SCVs don't have as much to travel or as far to travel in order to start repairing bunkers on the front door, which could be the difference between a whole lot of minerals lost and the game. We'll see if Happy does open up with the similar build that he did in game 1. He should be going for a command center now. Yes, going for that command center at 12. He may be a little bit behind in terms of his resources. Nope, able to continue to just train up more and more SCVs. Meanwhile, back over here, Fraer is going for his own gateway. We should see perhaps an assimilator sometime at the 14 or 15 mark for Protoss. There we go. There is that assimilator at 15, pretty much right on schedule. And we'll see if Happy is going to be getting some gas. No, Happy not getting gas. And perhaps we will see Happy look to expand in just a second. So there should be an expansion now down over here in just a little bit of time. A barracks about to be completed. We should have an upgrade to an orbital command as both players, or at least one of the players, Happy, now starting to scout. 17 over 19 supply, 18 over 26 supply. Cybernetics core now coming in. We are now also going into a second gas by Fraer. So Fraer with the second gas could either continue up the tech tree, perhaps try to utilize void rays, or he could go for a sentry expand. Both options are very common against a Terran player, and I can't tell you what the strategy will be in the long run until they get further down there. Currently only one probe on gas over here, and it looks like there's only 3 over here, so perhaps Fraer doesn't really need that much gas. Nope, finally pulling off another probe. He should be able to pull off one more probe in just a second, as now the SCV attempting to run away. The Zealot won't be able to catch back up. Bunker on the front door now being established. Happy does have some Marines, and now more and more Marines could be added. We are going into a gas now, so Happy looking to go into gas before he established his barracks. That is a little bit of a curious move, but perhaps a response to Fraer's faster assimilator. So it looks like Fraer wants to get up that tech tree. He does not yet have a nexus down over here. It looks like he will be establishing that in just a second. There we go, nexus now. Wait, there we go, nexus now being warped in, as we are going to be going into a command center already up over here. More Marines need to be added. That front door ramp is going to be very difficult to take, though, especially if supply depots are added. We are going to have the command center now upgrading to an orbital command, so 2 base orbital command versus, what is this, 2 base Protoss. Fraer has a current supply advantage, 34 over 34, harvester count 26 compared to 22, but Happy has an operating command center already at his natural expansion, which will be an orbital command, training up more SCVs and also benefiting from mules. We are currently running on 3 barracks, a second refinery finally coming into play. The tech lab was a little bit earlier since that gas was established a bit earlier, as we are now going into concussive shells and marauders. Marines just holding themselves behind the bunker here. We'll see what's going to happen next, as Happy moving out with 1 SCV quickly comes across a stalker, and that stalker basically says, nope, you cannot get any more scouting out in this game. Supply 38 compared to 42. Happy really taking charge and taking the lead now, as Happy has 3 production buildings to Fraer's 1 gate expand into a robotics facility, interestingly enough. We are also going into a Twilight Council, so Fraer may just be trying to use observers in order to blink up onto the high ground. right over here would be a perfect location to blink from low ground to high ground. One Stalker is trying to back away. It does see these Marines and these Marauders. The Stalker just going to simply retreat and run back home, let those shields recharge, and perhaps turn this into a little bit more of a delayed game. 7 minutes into this game, the bunker currently has no Marines here. Happy pushing out. Engineering bay about to be completed as we are now going into a third gas for Happy. Factory about 2/3 or 3/4 of the way completed. We should be seeing a starport and a reactor added there or close by in just a moment. And both sides really not looking to engage yet. Harvester count 36 compared to 38. No more chrono boosts on Fraer's units, which comes to me as a bit of a surprise. Chrono boost onto the Nexus would allow for a lot more resources harvested, faster probe production, but then again, we are also still training up 2 probes at a time. We are going into the robotics bay now. Observer is about to be completed, and this one probe trying to run across the center of the map quickly gets revealed and now backed away. So whether or not the Marine at the Zelnaga Tower spotted that one probe is beyond me. Observer sitting at the front door, and there is a missile turret nearby. The Observer could just continue to wander around here as we are now getting a group of 3 Stalkers to make a move over here at that Zelnaga Tower. One Observer off over here as well. Is it going to be enough? The Stalker, or the Marine trying to sneak around, it's not going to be able to get in. This one Marine perhaps needs to run home. Is it going to be able to get back into play? I don't believe so, but we do have Blink already. So, revealing that he had Blink, that was a little bit of a mistake. The units are already going to run all the way back up, and Fraer accidentally reveals that he has Blink. One missile turret looks like it will get taken down. The Marauders and the Marines are in proper position. One Marauder is going to be able to back off in time as Fraer now charging after that factory. That factory taking a lot of damage. That factory pretty much has nowhere to run as more and more Stalkers are going to just get underneath it and be able to shoot it down. Happy now down to 500 hit points, 300 some odd hit points on that factory. It will get destroyed there. A little bit of a loss, but the tech has already been researched in the form of this starport. 5 barracks. 1 training up Marauders. We are also getting some combat shield for those Marines. Stalker is going to try to just simply walk up the ramp and destroy the bunker. Able to do just exactly that as the Marines and the Marauders still trying to give chase. Stalkers once again blinking away, able to get away ever so barely. And now those units are going to be trying to control the center portion of the map. Proxy pylons in a number of locations. We'll see how much damage can be dealt. Marines and the Marauders pretty much utilizing stim a bit too much. And now, unless some Stalkers and some units are actually lost, Happy is just trading energy from his medevacs in order to deal damage to the shields of a Protoss army, which is never a good sign. 3rd base now being established by Fraer. Fraer's expansion will get spotted here in just a moment. There's also a Marine up on the high ground now. We'll see where this Marine runs and hides to as we are getting 1 probe down here at the 3 o'clock expansion location. Stalker's now trying to push across, able to shoot down that Marine rather easily, and now just going to continue to chase, taking down another Marine. The Stalkers now have to be very, very careful. One Stalker is going to... Oh, nope. It looks as though it will be able to barely escape, as a drop now looks to come in over here from the high ground. So a drop now on the high ground. 1 proxy pylon should go down. A second one may get canceled if he's not careful, as the medevacs are now once again regrouping off to the north. More and more units are going to be going inside those medevacs. It looks as though it's going to be a 4 medevac drop, a very large drop indeed. About 50 supply here. You have 50 supply between the Marines and the medevacs. 40 supply between the Marines and the medevacs. Stalker's now looking to engage the Marines in position. The Colossi should be able to get in a lot of damage. Yes, 1 medevac does get destroyed. The Colossi could give chase, but really do not want to, as Fraer has a small window of opportunity to destroy an army with all of these Colossi. Those units now forced to retreat. Are the Stalkers going to be able to blink and catch up is the question. Yes, another medevac goes down, and that were some huge losses as the medevacs were nearly full. Stalkers completely taking out the center Zelnaga Tower now. We are sitting on 3 Colossi. Sentries are being added. Are we getting a 4th one? No. No 4th one as of yet. There is still one being trained up, but it is not yet on the field. We are going into Gravitic boosters for, I believe, improved movement speed on those observers, as now the Marauders looking to perhaps get in a bit of an engagement. Marauders and the Marines. Stalkers now up on the high ground, able to deal a lot of damage here. How much damage can they have? The observer is watching them very, very closely as the Stalkers look to perhaps back away. It looks like they will be able to barely escape, and no smart blinking there. One Stalker left behind. Fraer now looking to establish up his 4th base. It is going to be a 4-base Protoss versus a 2-base Terran. Harvester count 59 compared to 47. Army sizes are pretty even, but the tech advantage of Fraer or the economic advantage of Fraer may be too much if this game does go much longer. Stalkers sitting here now, just continuing to wander around. Where are they going to go? Stalkers now backing off again, as the Marauders and the Marines of Happy now looking to utilize a true all-in. All of these units should catch this all-in here. Are they going to see it in time? That is the question. I don't believe so. I believe that they lost sight of that Zelnaga Tower as the SCVs were bringing up the rear. And with so many SCVs and so many medevacs, this is going to become a very, very dangerous situation. The Colossi, with extended thermal lance range, might be able to slow this down just a bit, as the units are going to engage here. Our probes being pulled. Colossi now trying to engage. SCVs just all falling apart. Colossi getting absolutely destroyed so far. And now no SCVs coming off the mineral line. Colossi trying to finish this up. There are still 2 Colossi left. The Vikings have just been able to find their game and destroy all these units, as Happy executes an all-in near perfectly, and now we are in trouble. 26 supply versus 26 workers versus 68. We are now down to what is left of this Marauder Marine army. A new Colossus is trying to be added here. We can see that there is more minerals being mined off over here, so more reinforcements are coming in, but the reinforcements may be coming in too little or too little too late, unless unless this Colossus gets taken down. Yes, the Vikings are going to be focusing it down, and there's the GG by Fraer. Happy taking game 2 in this series.